Christmas. Merry Christmas Eve, my beautiful Facebook family. So I didn't show up yesterday on my personal page. However, I did show up in the group. I forgive myself for that. So I wanted to catch up on a couple of days right now coming from this Facebook Live challenge, day 13 and 14. And if you don't know me, I am Anya Devi. And I have committed to showing up 365 days. And just, let's see what happens. You know, I notice each time that I show up, I discover something new, and some incredible growth has been happening in this past few weeks that I have been showing up every day. So the topics I chose, I chose yesterday's topic, and then today's topic was given to us in the challenge by Stacy. So if you're here, say hello. I would love to know that you're here. Just unwinding after a busy Christmas Eve day. But I wanted to come and share. My lives have recently been known to be live in the nighttime, in the evenings. So, and it feels like I'm sharing a lot of my story through the prompts that are given. It's interesting. So me and my friend Nicole Pemberton, we have a Facebook group in which each month we host a certain challenge. So sometimes it's the live videos challenge. 1 month it was a journaling prompt challenge where you journal and you share your posts. So whatever is inspired, you know, to truly connect to something deeper within us. You know, it's almost like an inner work group, deep inner work group. And some people are watching and some people are actually participating. And I'm sure some people are desiring to participate, and maybe one day they will. So I'm giving that full trust and awareness in the divine timing, and then everything coming, happening at its own divine timing. Oh my gosh, hi. So happy you're here. I'm unwinding, and I'm here to, speak on a couple of these prompts. I would love it if you did, Chrysalis, if you did a Facebook Live challenge of some kind. I would love to see your face. I hope you had a beautiful day. I know you've said you were busy. And, but also meeting your dear family, that sounds really magical. So what I wanted to share today, and the prompt came from yesterday, was what is your transmission and or magic, and how do you share it with the world? So when we're really passionate about something, we want to share that passion. And the passion can't really serve us if we don't share it. If we just selfishly keep it to ourselves, that's not fair. And by showing up, you're showing up in your passion, and you're sharing it with the world. And I truly know that if you show up, if you continuously show up, there will be that one person that is waiting for you to show up, truly. I've been told that personally, and I personally wait for people who inspire me to show up. You know, like Chris, there's a couple of people we want to see, to speak more, give to give us that wisdom that comes through like a transmission. I'm also realizing a lot that actually doesn't matter. Our message doesn't matter as much as what the other person is receiving, because they might be listening to what you're saying but receiving their own message, because you are creating this really resonant field of the openness that we can experience and receive a download, receive a guidance through someone else's message. So I think it's really important to show up and to share your passion. And Chris, you're an incredibly passionate artist. And that night when we were together in Park City, I wish our whole night was recorded. And not recorded, but some parts were truly, I know they were shared with us, but those parts should truly be shared with the whole world. So anyway, yeah, so my transmission in magic recently, and I'm only gonna speak about the current situation, is my truth. And see, my throat is clearing up when I speak about the word truth. But to truly coming into what it means, what the truth means in our lives, and oftentimes realizing that what we thought was true was not, or is not. And so to serve the truth that I know, I simply must speak, I simply must show up, I simply must come from my heart and speak my truth, however it shows up, unapologetically, bluntly, in just whatever is coming through. It's almost like not up to me. Who am I to stand in the way of the message? So I know my truth supports and serves some or many in their reawakening and remembering who they are, their essence, their soul essence of who they truly are, who they've always been. And sometimes that truth is conditioned and conditioned. So I'm here to kind of deconstruct the old beliefs and conditions and patterns and old stories, limited thinking, frozen patterns, obstacles and blocks for myself and for others. And also I'm here, my transmission is to remind you of who you are and to be of service of that truth of who you are. Because we didn't come here to just forget about it. We actually came here to remember and to come back to yourself, however that looks like. Come back to your soul. Resurrect your soul from the darkness of whatever conditioning it's been under. So, service in truth with my utmost honesty and compassion and magic of my heart that nature, the earth, remembering the earth as the planet, and to liberate not only my own soul, but to go on in also aiding in healing the world, rooted in my knowing and understanding of the world and the truth that is often hidden and disguised in the world. So yeah, sharing my truth is probably my transmission at this moment. And if you were to ask me this a year ago, I would say it's magic. It's actually came up in my memory, something about my transmission being magic, and it can change. It can change whenever you are growing, whenever you're shifting. It can change. So your transmission may be completely different than it was a year ago. And transmission is like a gift. Your truth, your medicine, what you bring into the world through your hands, through your voice, through whatever you're able to do in this physical world with your body. Yeah, so, and then the second prompt, because otherwise I'm gonna, I can go on in my musing, but the second prompt for today was the meaning of Christmas. What does that mean? The meaning of Christmas. Interestingly, there's so many stories behind Christmas that I'm familiar with, including the birth of Christ, and the traditions that I have known and resonated with and remembered from before Christ, the ancient traditions, the meaning of Christmas. And what I was resonating with today the most is coming back to remembrance. It's truly about coming back to remembrance of everything that is whole, that is holy, that is sacred and sovereign. You know, those words truly ring some truth in my heart. Whole, holy, sovereign, and sacred. However you place those words. So, how can I be consistently reborn in that way? So for me, this is the meaning of Christmas. Is no matter what, no matter what, we are able to be reborn each day and remember who we are, and we are whole, sacred, sovereign, and holy. And from that place, we can continue with our transmission, our healing, our magic, our medicine, our voice, our actions. So currently it's about my own individual transformation and rebirth. Out of the darkness, a lot of conditioning, a lot of old stories, the dogma. The dogma was a big one for me to clear through the energy clearing work. Where I actually was able to disconnect from a lot of dogma, interestingly enough, even in my own personal practices. The dogma that's been conditioned upon me many times. The dogma is actually being conditioned each moment. We can just discern we can discern what is true, what is not, and choose what we feel is whole, sovereign, and sacred. So, whatever the meaning of Christmas is to you, I hope that it's that. I hope that it's all those words. And I hope that we can all be reborn out of the darkness, out of the false programming, and also out of the naivety, out of being these naive beings, out of the ignorance, out of the not knowing, to be able to reawaken to knowing and to the truth. And to wake up from anything that doesn't serve the world in us, through us. Being reborn into the true light essence of the soul, the light of God, the light of Goddess, however that shows up for you. When you come for the greater good, when you come from the highest good of your own self, from that place of wholeness, sacredness, sovereignty, and holiness. We can be the embodiment of that divine sacred energy that feels aligned within our hearts, and therefore it aligns our lives and our bodies to reflect all that out into the world. However that shows up. So, my transmission is currently my truth, and the meaning of Christmas is truly the rebirth into a true light, and remembering yourself fully for who you are. So that may trigger some of you, and that's good. Thank you, my love. I was feeling you. Thank you. So much love, and I will see you tomorrow. May all of our practices truly benefit all living beings. May we be that messenger of truth, of light, of love, and to transmute through us the pain of the earth, the pain of the world. Thank you. Many blessings.